So speaking of time, you do have now you like to make vinegar from beer. I'm very curious, like how does that work? Like what is the process of doing that?
So it's kind of wild. I thought it was. I mean, vinegar is so cool. I mean, I guess really it's alcohol is what's really cool. I mean, they're molecularly. I think they're almost exactly the same. Um, but vinegar, the difference is the introduction of oxygen, to it. Um, and that's why, hey, wines sat out. It tastes like vinegar. So, and I just always found it amazing, the qualities of like alcohol for not only, for preservation, food preservation, and this stuff, thousands of years ago, we were figuring this stuff out
Right.
as a human species, and it's just wild for, for safe drinking beverages, it's like and storing food and beverages as well. But yeah, the process is pretty much you're just opening it up. You want to, get I usually decarbonate it, you kind of you stir it, you got to let it warm up. Um and then the mother of vinegar is what you're using, but that's just a good way to just get a jump start on it. You can
Okay.
do it naturally, but it takes a lot longer, and you're relying on the what's this cetobator, it's bacteria, um the acidic bacteria. Oh geez, I just forgot the name of it. But yeah, so that gets in there and transforms the alcohol into
Hmm.
vinegar with the
Okay.
introduction of oxygen. So if it's already, so pH is really important, and that's what I've learned when I was doing it. Like you need a low pH to really help it kick off well, because you don't want mold to set in. There's, and so yeah, the process is doing that, but you need to keep it exposed to air. So it's like the biggest difference. We're always making sure we don't introduce oxygen, and that's because we want it to stay beer. We
Yeah.
want it to stay. But if you want to make it into vinegar, well, it's the complete opposite. You want that. You want the oxidation. You
Okay.
want the exposure to the oxygen because that's what makes it work.
Hmm.
Um, and I am no vinegar expert. It was something that I just started doing on my own and experimenting with, and there's surprisingly seems to be very little good like information or what I would find of really of videos that explain it really well and take you through the whole process like you could find a video about beer. Um, there's lots of stuff out there, but I had to read. I've read a lot about a bunch of articles of how to do it and just kind of trying to figure out what is the best alcohol percentage, what is to start with of whatever you're using. And I mean, you can make vinegar out of anything that has alcohol in it, um, and the right pH to have. Yeah, and then it was just like I did with beer, and I just started doing that a couple years ago,
Okay.
the vinegar. But just like when I was started brewing beer, it was just experimentation. I just kept
Hmm.
doing it and trying it, and came out real good. And yeah, I've pickled some peppers from my garden
Okay.
with it, and
Okay.
it's really cool to me
Oh,
why I
that's
was doing it
yeah.
it was like I'm making my own beer.
Hmm.
I'm using that beer to make my own vinegar,
Hmm.
and then I'm pickling my own vegetables that I grew in my garden. And I was like, I just think that's rad,
No, dude, that
That's
is
all,
awesome. That is really
you
cool.
know.
No,